TV soap news and spoilers say that the world of Beyond the Gates has always thrived on its ability to weave intricate tapestries of drama, betrayal, and long-buried secrets, but the latest episode has left fans reeling with a revelation that threatens to upend everything we thought we knew about the characters we've come to love and loathe. The air was thick with tension when Leslie, the poised yet perpetually guarded protagonist, opened her front door to find Peaches standing there. A woman whose very presence seemed to carry the weight of 1,000 unspoken truths. The shock on Leslie's face was palpable, her eyes wide with disbelief, as though the ghost of her past had materialized before her. And in a way, it had. Peaches, with her enigmatic aura and cryptic words, wasn't just a visitor, she was a harbinger of chaos, holding a secret so explosive it could shatter the fragile foundations of Leslie's world, the truth about her mother. The unexpected visitor. The scene unfolded with a cinematic intensity that Beyond the Gates is known for. Leslie, dressed in a sleek silk blouse that belied the turmoil brewing beneath her composed exterior, had been preparing for an ordinary evening. The soft hum of jazz played in the background, a stark contrast to the storm about to descend. When the doorbell chimed, Leslie's casual stride to the door betrayed no hint of the seismic shift awaiting her. But the moment she opened it and saw Peaches, time seemed to freeze. Peaches, with her sharp cheekbones and piercing gaze, stood like a specter from a forgotten chapter of Leslie's life. Her lips curled into a smile that was equal parts warmth and menace, and her voice, low and deliberate, carried a weight that made Leslie's heart lurch. "Leslie," Peaches said, her tone laced with a familiarity that felt both intimate and invasive. "It's been too long." Leslie's hand tightened on the doorframe, her knuckles widening as she struggled to process the sight before her. Peaches wasn't just a blast from the past, she was a living, breathing reminder of mistakes Leslie had fought hard to bury. The two women had a history, one fraught with jealousy, betrayal, and a man who had once stood between them. Years ago, Leslie had stolen a man from Peaches, a decision that had left scars neither had fully healed from. The memory of that betrayal hung in the air, unspoken but suffocating, as the two women faced each other. Yet, as the conversation unfolded, it became clear that Peaches hadn't come to rehash old wounds. Her visit was driven by something far more urgent, far more devastating. A secret that changes everything. Peaches' words cut through the silence like a blade. "I'm dying, Leslie," she said, her voice steady but heavy with the weight of her confession. "And before I go, you need to know the truth about your mother." The revelation landed like a thunderclap. Leslie's mother, a figure shrouded in mystery, a name whispered in fragments but never fully known, had always been a void in Leslie's life. Raised by distant relatives after her mother's unexplained disappearance, Leslie had spent years piecing together rumors and half-truths, each one more tantalizing and frustrating than the last. Was her mother Barbara, the enigmatic woman whose name surfaced in hushed conversations among the older generation? Or was there something else, something darker, that had been kept from her? Peaches' arrival suggested the latter, and the gravity of her words hinted at a truth that could unravel Leslie's entire identity. Peaches' eyes softened for a moment, a flicker of compassion breaking through her guarded demeanor. "I've been trying to reach you for months," she admitted. "I didn't want to do this, but time's running out. You deserve to know who she was. Who you are." The words hung in the air, each one a puzzle piece that Leslie wasn't sure she wanted to fit together. The idea that Peaches, a woman tied to her past through rivalry and resentment, held the key to her origins was almost too much to bear. Leslie's mind raced, conjuring images of her mother, a woman she'd imagined as both saint and sinner, depending on the day. Had Barbara been a victim of circumstance, or had she chosen to abandon her daughter? And why was Peaches, of all people, the one to deliver this truth? A tangled web of past promises. As the conversation deepened, Peaches revealed fragments of a story that hinted at a connection far more complex than Leslie could have imagined. The man Leslie had stolen from Peaches years ago wasn't just a fleeting romance. He had been a thread in a larger tapestry, one that wove together Leslie's mother, Peaches, and a secret that had been buried for decades. Peaches spoke of late-night meetings, whispered confessions, and promises made under the cover of darkness. She hinted at a pact, one that had bound her to silence until now, when the specter of her own mortality forced her to break it. "I swore I'd never tell," Peaches said, her voice trembling for the first time. "But I can't take this to my grave. Your mother, she wasn't who you think she was. And neither are you." The ambiguity of Peach's words only deepened the mystery. Was Leslie's mother a woman of scandal, caught in a web of lies and deceit? Or was she a figure of tragedy, forced to make impossible choices that led to her absence from Leslie's life? The possibilities swirled in Leslie's mind, each one more dramatic than the last. She could feel the ground shifting beneath her, the carefully constructed walls of her identity beginning to crumble. The ripple effect. Anita and Vernon Peach's visit wasn't just a personal reckoning for Leslie, it was a spark that threatened to ignite the entire community of Beyond the Gates. Fans of the show know that secrets in this world rarely stay contained, and Peach's revelation is likely to ripple outward, touching the lives of other key players like Anita and Vernon. If Leslie's mother is indeed Barbara, the implications could be catastrophic for the tight-knit circle that has long guarded its own truths. Anita, with her sharp wit and unyielding loyalty to her family, has always been a pillar of strength in Beyond the Gates. But her connection to Barbara, a woman whose name carries a weight of its own in the community, has been a source of speculation among fans. Was Anita a friend, a rival, or something more to Barbara? And if Peach's secret involves Barbara, will Anita be ready to face the truth? The thought of Anita, with her steely resolve, crumbling under the weight of a long-hidden secret is enough to send shivers down the spine of any devoted viewer. Vernon, on the other hand, is a wild card. His gruff exterior and tendency to keep his emotions locked away make him an enigma, but his history with Barbara is undeniable. Whispers of a past romance between Vernon and Barbara have circulated for years, and Peach's arrival could force Vernon to confront memories he spent decades trying to forget. The idea of Peaches visiting Anita and Vernon, perhaps in a tense confrontation at the old community hall where secrets have a way of spilling out, is a tantalizing prospect. Will Peaches lay bare the truth in front of them, or will she deliver her revelations in private, leaving each to grapple with the fallout in their own way? The stakes are higher than ever. The drama of Peach's visit is heightened by the ticking clock of her mortality. Her confession that she's dying adds a layer of urgency to her mission, making every word she speaks feel like a race against time. For Leslie, the revelation is a double-edged sword. The chance to finally know her mother's identity comes at the cost of confronting a past she's not sure she's ready to face. The emotional weight of this moment is palpable, as Leslie grapples with the fear of what she might uncover and the desperate need to know the truth before it's lost forever. Peaches, too, is a figure of tragedy in this unfolding saga. Her decision to come forward, knowing it could reopen old wounds and stir up long-buried conflicts, speaks to a courage born of desperation. She's not just delivering a message, she's seeking redemption, a chance to make peace with her own choices before her time runs out. The complexity of her character, part antagonist, part ally, makes her a fascinating addition to the Beyond the Gates narrative, and fans are already buzzing with theories about her true intentions. What lies ahead? As the episode drew to a close, the camera lingered on Leslie's face, her eyes glistening with unshed tears as she processed Peach's words. The screen faded to black, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, desperate for answers. Will Peaches return, as seems almost certain, to deliver more pieces of the puzzle? Will she seek out Anita and Vernon, forcing them to confront their own connections to Barbara? And what happens if Anita, with her fierce protectiveness, learns the full truth about Barbara's past? The possibility of a dramatic showdown, perhaps in the dimly lit parlor where so many of Beyond the Gates' most iconic moments have unfolded, is enough to keep fans glued to their screens. The question of Leslie's mother's identity is more than just a plot twist, it's a seismic event that could redefine the relationships at the heart of the show. If Barbara is indeed Leslie's mother, what secrets did she carry that made her disappear from her daughter's life? Was she running from danger, or was she protecting Leslie from a truth too painful to bear? And how will Leslie, a woman who has built her life on control and self-reliance, cope with the knowledge that her entire identity might be built on a lie? A community on the brink beyond the gates has always excelled at portraying the interconnectedness of its characters, and Peach's revelation is a reminder that no secret exists in isolation. The truth about Leslie's mother could have far-reaching consequences, not just for Leslie, Anita, and Vernon, but for the entire community. Old alliances could crumble, new rivalries could emerge, and the fragile balance of power that has defined Beyond the Gates could be upended entirely. Imagine a scene where Peaches, frail but resolute, stands before Anita and Vernon, her voice steady as she lays bare the truth. The air would crackle with tension, each word a spark that threatens to ignite long-simmering resentments. Anita's sharp intake of breath, Vernon's clenched jaw, these would be the moments that fans live for, the kind of raw, emotional intensity that has made Beyond the Gates a cultural phenomenon. And for Leslie, caught in the crossfire of these revelations, the journey to uncover her mother's identity could be both a liberation and a burden, forcing her to confront not just her past, but the very essence of who she is. A legacy of secrets as we await the next episode. One thing is clear: Peach's visit has set in motion a chain of events that will reverberate through Beyond the Gates for seasons to come. The show has always thrived on its ability to balance personal drama with broader themes of family, loyalty, and redemption, and this latest twist is a masterclass in storytelling. Leslie's quest for the truth about her mother is more than just a personal journey, it's a reflection of the universal human need to understand where we come from and what defines us. Peaches, with her cryptic warnings and fading strength, is the catalyst for this upheaval, but she's also a reminder of the cost of keeping secrets. Her decision to come forward, even at the end of her life, speaks to the power of truth to heal, or to destroy. And as Leslie, Anita, and Vernon brace for the fallout, fans can only speculate about what lies ahead. Will Peach's next visit bring clarity, or will it deepen the mystery? Will Leslie find the answers she seeks, or will the truth prove more devastating than she could have imagined? One thing is certain: Beyond the Gates is poised to deliver a season of unparalleled drama, with Leslie's journey at its heart. The question of her mother's identity is a thread that could unravel the entire fabric of the show, and fans will be watching, breathless, as each new revelation brings us closer to the truth, or further from it. As the screen fades to black and the haunting strains of the show's theme music play, one question lingers: what happens when the gates are opened, and the secrets come flooding out? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.